Hey guys, some of you are already here. I'm sorry I was running a second late. 2 minutes late. Oh well, I told you I don't do perfect. I just found a stamp I was missing. How about that? Do you guys ever do that? I'm right here. Yes, doing it live today. There's a couple things I haven't filled you guys in on. Okay, so we are trying to get ready to go on a little tiny vacation, which is not really a vacation at all. We're just going to the lake here in our own town. So we leave tomorrow for that. So I'm trying to get all of my stuff done, and I thought, you know what? This will be faster than editing this. So I'm going to show it to you guys and let you see it this way. And I won't have to edit. So basically I'm being lazy. But you guys a lot of times will have questions and stuff too. So this can kind of help with questions and things like that. 2 days in a row, I know. What is it coming to? What is this world in here coming to? So if you're new here and you didn't know, we have 2 stamp clubs. We have what we call our original stamp club. Hey G, thanks for making it today. And we have our scripture club. Now this is our scripture club I'm going to reveal today. Here's how this works. If you sign up for the original club, you're going to get stamp sets that are more universal, not specific to holidays, not specific to scripture, not specific to anything like that. Now some of them may have things like Merry Christmas or something periodically, but it won't be an all Christmas themed set. Okay. This set is the scripture set, which means it's going to be all scripture themed. All the time, always is. This one ships at the middle of the month. The other one ships at the first of the month. Not actually on the first. Let me tell you how it works. The original club ships on the 6th, and then this club ships on the 21st, and that is today. And so they went out with the mail lady just a few minutes ago, and so I wanted to show you guys. And once we ship these out, any overage we have, we put into the store. So right now, these are in the store also. So if you want to purchase this stamp today, you don't have to be a club member. You can purchase it. It's $1 more if you're not a club member, but that's the bonus of being a club member. Plus, you get your stamp set every month. You don't have to worry about it getting sold out. That's what used to happen. So that's why we did it this way. Also, thank you, Judith. We need to hear that sometimes. Sometimes we make mistakes, and then we appreciate to hear that you think we're so helpful. We appreciate it. If you do want to know more information about this club, here's the deal. On our MaymayMadeIt.com page, in the middle of the page, it'll say Join the Stamp Club. If you hover over that and let the menu drop down, you'll see your choices. You've got stateside, and you've got international, and then you've got Heart Club stateside, Heart Club international. This is the Heart Club, the Scripture Club. Okay? I think I said it all. Now, here's the deal. This stamp set is because I just thought we needed it. If you've been in my club for any length of time, you know I try to give you stamp sets that are things we need. This is one I think all of you at some point in time will run across needing a stamp set like this. And it's sad that we do, but there are times that we do. So this is one of those sets. This set is called Healer, and there's a reason for that. I'll show you. So here is the set. Big sentiments. I'm finding that people either want big sentiments or they want tiny sentiments. So I'm trying to give you a bit of both. You'll see that in the next month or two. Trying to give you a little both. And this set is for all the times you need to tell someone that you are praying for them for healing, that you are wishing them well as they heal. You're hoping that someone, gets better soon. There's lots of things on here I want you to see. So I'm going to move it over here. If you're watching live, there's a chat situation on this side. So I'm going to move it to this side and tell you what all it says. Let me get my pointer out because my nails aren't so great today. So here we go. This one says praying for you. And originally, I was going to put in this difficult time with it and make it one stamp set. But I decided to do it separate. So if you just wanted to tell somebody you're praying for them, you didn't have to use in this difficult time. But I thought if you wanted to put these together, you could. And you could put praying for you on the outside and in this difficult time on the inside and plenty of other things, okay? Then, may God be with you as you heal. Now, this is important, and I want to tell you, you can do this. This is one stamp here, but you can cut as you heal away and just use may God be with you and use as you heal as a separate stamp or put them together or what have you. This one says blessings as you recover. Love this one. This one says may God strengthen you. This one is my peace I give you, and it's quoted Jesus. It's not a quote, it's signed by Jesus, right? I just thought that was adorable and so many ways to use that one. God's got this. It's so funny. I thought we already had God's Got This. I thought that was on our Chin Up set, but it wasn't, because Chin Up was an original club set. So what's on it is You've Got This, and I think We've Got This, but we didn't have God's Got This. So now we do. This, absolutely my favorite. By His wounds we are healed, from Isaiah 53:5. I love this one. How about this one? You're in His care. Love it. Get well wishes, like this one. And then hope you're feeling better. And then this one says, Lord my God, I called to you for help and you healed me, from Psalm 32. Love this one. This set again is called Healer. And I thought what I would do today, since it's just sentiment stamps, and you guys have probably seen that a lot, if you want me to stamp them all out, I will, but I thought we could make a card. I have an idea for this one right here. So yeah, this set is going to be, the idea was you could use it for someone who's going through a difficult time, okay? You could use it for someone who's sick. You could use it for, I mean, the difficult time thing, there's so many different ways you can use it. And recently there's been some times in my life where I've had people who've lost loved ones and things like that, and this would work for that. You know, my peace I give you, or may God strengthen you, or praying for you in this difficult time. This is going to work, right? So let me just show you this card real quick, my card idea. So this paper here, do you guys remember this from yesterday? I showed you in that Bo Bunny set. This is the 6x6 pad of that Faith set. I think this is a beautiful set. And do you remember I showed you the 12x12 version of this? But look how beautiful this is. I'm going to stamp really quick right here. And I want to use the one that says, sorry, I got a tickle in my throat. I want to use the one that says, may God be with you as you heal. I think this will be so beautiful right by this tree. I think it's gorgeous, right? So I want to cut this paper down a little bit. I'm going to make a 6x6 card, which I rarely do, okay? But to make a 6x6 from a 6x6 pad, I like to have that little edge, the little matte edge. So I'm going to come here and cut some of this away. And I don't want to cut into the tree. I love how the tree looks. So I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to take 1/4 of an inch off of this side. And then I'm going to decide, do I want to take 1/4 of an inch from the height or from the bottom? And I think I want to take it from the height because I really like this. So I'm going to go right here. Now, why am I taking 1/4 of an inch from two sides? If I do that, if I take 1/4 of an inch from two sides, when I mount this onto my card base, I'll have 1/8 of an inch border all the way around it. Make sense? I think it does. Let me find a card base real quick because I didn't choose a card base yet. I just chose the card front. I'm thinking a solid color. Let me get right here behind you. Sorry I'm stepping away, but I'm going to get behind here and find a color that we can put on the inside. And this is how I choose a color. So I'll just show you. I grabbed some of my 12x12 because I'm making a 6x6 card. Some of this is way too bright. I was thinking that pink would be pretty, but I think this color might work. Let me just see. It's all right. It's not my favorite. I'm going to look for one more color here. Anybody pick their colors like this? They just pull paper out and put it next to the sheet until they find the one they like. Ooh, I like that purple. This blue might really be nice. Let's see how that looks. Move that. I like the blue. And I want to look at this gray. I was not prepped. I should have been. Wow, that's pretty. All right, you guys can pick blue or gray. What's this? I'm gonna see if I see another color. Oh, or kind of this putty color. Don't know. A lot of grays. I'm seeing that gray too. Now there's a lot of blue. Now there's a lot of gray. Let's see. Yeah, yellow would be pretty too. I don't have the right yellow in my 12x12. Did gray win? I think it's gray. Let's do it. It's kind of a purple gray, so it really does work really well. I only want one sheet. I've got multiples here. Put this back in the drawer. All right, that's what I do with my 12x12 papers, especially my multiple colors. I just put them in one drawer together, and then when I want them, I can just pull them out. All right, I'm going to cut this down to 6 inches, and that's going to give us the base for a 6x6 card. That's all we got to do. All right. Oh my gosh, is that Faith paper gone already? Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a reorder. We try to reorder everything we can, but I didn't know it was gone already. Okay, I should check that stuff, but I have it in my room and I want to use it because I think it's beautiful. All right, so I'm going to score this at 6 inches. So this is easy. 6 by 12 piece of paper, scored at 6 inches. I'll flip this guy over. The other good thing is I like that this is a pale color on the inside because, y'all, my bone folder is still in the kitchen. Watch this. Here's a pencil. We'll just do that. I like this because it being pale on the inside, I can just stamp and I don't have to mat the inside or put anything in there. So now watch, this will sit like that. It's gonna look okay. All right, let's move this out of the way. And let's stamp right here. I think I'll use the Nuvo. I think I'll do this. Just because I haven't used it really on a sentiment, and let's see what it looks like. So I'm gonna grab that stamp that we chose, or that I chose. You're like, don't blame me for this. This doesn't work, you cannot blame me. I really want to use my press. I think, you know what, I'm gonna use my Misty since I've never used, this is a brand new stamp. Let me find my Misty, it's over here under so much. Does anyone want to come clean my craft room for me? That would be awesome if you would. Look, I still have projects in here that I have not cleaned out yet, so let me peel that off real quick. Yeah, anybody want to stop by the shop and clean while I'm out of town? That would be awesome. I'd love that. Because I'm not good at that. I told Amanda yesterday, if you don't know, Amanda's my assistant, and we were laughing because I said, can you believe how clean this room was at open house? And now look at it. So it's a wreck in here. All right, I'm going to put this stamp. This is where I just see it. I see it living right under this tree. You guys agree with that? I think that's a good place for it. I want to get it kind of straight. I'm going to pick that up like so. Reset that into place. I use that Nuvo ink and stamp or ink this guy up. And this is a brand new stamp, and it has 2 different fonts. It's got a thin font and it's also got a thick font. So let's see how it does the first time with this ink. Y'all hear the train? I hear that train a-coming. Look at there. That's pretty good. That's that new Nuvo ink I showed you guys yesterday. If you didn't hear about this ink, go check it out on the live feed from yesterday. This ink is like a all-in-one ink. Works with watercolor, works with alcohol markers. It's great. Let's stamp it one more time, make it a little darker. It's a little pale. It's not like my VersaFine, okay? It's not as pretty as the VersaFine. Look, that looks like something you buy at the store, doesn't it? You ordered it yesterday. I think you're gonna like it. I really love the packaging. I'm still in love with that, so. All right, got that all stamped up. I'll close this. I'll clean that in a few minutes. No, I won't. Maybe I will. I do have to clean. That's all there is to it. Do you ever get to the point in your craft room where it's like, okay, we have to clean and we cannot make anything else until we do? That's what we have to do. Another trash tool. Check this out. I'm gonna flip this over and use the back of it as an inking thing. Do y'all use a trash tool yet? I call it that all the time. A trash tool. Don't throw them away. Use them. These things are great for your inking stuff, right? Thank you guys. Some of the people in the chat right now are telling me that they like my stamp sets, that they enjoy the font. Just looking at some of that. I don't have anybody in here to moderate today. It's just me. So I'm going to ink these edges just a little. I think it'll help it to really pop on that card base. Isn't that pretty? I mean, this tree is going to look like a piece of art. How many times do I tell you guys, let the paper do the work, right? If you're in a hurry, if you need a card to go right out the door as fast as you can, find some paper. I'm trying not to get fingerprints on here. Find some paper in your stash and let it do the work. All we did was stamp it because all of our distressing and everything is done in the background except for our inking. I love to do that. I'm glad I'm not the only one with a messy craft room. Do you see how the text on that paper pops more since I did this? I love it. It's amazing. Ink, ink, ink. Does anybody have a question about inking while I'm doing this? Because I get questions afterwards and I want to make sure I try to answer them. Let's see if we got any questions about that. If you do have a question, put it in caps because it's me by myself and that way I can try to catch it. Look at the difference that inking does. It's just beautiful. And I want it to be a little darker. This is Vintage Photo, by the way. Vintage Photo is right now, with the exception of my oxide inks, the only one I have in full size. So, pretty cool, huh? That's the one I use all the time. Love this. Okay. So now listen, some of you guys are gonna think this is weird, okay? But I don't always ink my card base just because I inked the card front. If I want it to pop, do you see that? Some people would think that's crazy to not ink them both, right? But because I want that to really pop, I'm not going to ink that base, because if I do, it'll blend in and it'll kind of go away. Let me show you what I mean, because I cut this page in half. Let me find the other half of it. Here we go. So let's just say that I did ink this corner of this page. Do you prefer the tool you're using as opposed to the finger daubers? I don't like the finger daubers much for me. I tend to get a lot more circles when I use those, or a lot more specific. Now I like the finger daubers for, like, if you're making like the bokeh, or if you're using them for kind of the shape, but I like this tool. All right, so imagine, let's see if that'll help you see it. So I've inked that corner, right? And use what you got. If you have a small sponge, try it. See what happens here? It kind of knocks that base back. If you want that look, go for it. But I want that side to not hide. I want it to pop. But see how that does? It's actually pretty just to do the part there. That's pretty. Okay, move this out of the way. Move it, move it. And put my lid on before I forget. Let's go back to this guy. So this is gonna live right here. I'm thinking I'm gonna pop it up. Don't wanna pop it up. I kinda do, and then I kinda don't. I don't know, let's don't. Sometimes with a 6x6 card, I won't always pop up an entire base like this because it's big. Sometimes I'll more pop up an element on the page. Like if I were to put a heart or something here, which would be cute, I would pop that up, because I think with a 6x6, they're kind of big. They don't always need that. So yes, you can apply a small sponge. Here's what I say. If you don't have the fancy tools, use what you've got. If you have a sponge, use it. Make it work for you. If you have the fancy tool, if you have the money to invest in some tools, invest in some tools. If you don't, I say use what you got. Another reason I won't pop this one up today is because this paper I'm using as my card base is not a very sturdy paper. This is a very thin textured paper that I've had in my stash for a long time. I'm trying to use up, and it doesn't hold dimension very well. It does really well with full layers like this. So, all right, I'm gonna stamp on the inside too. Let's see. I kind of want to put by his wounds here in the corner because I love it. I love this one. So let me put it onto a block. If you want a good tip for your stamps to keep them good and sticky, never ever ever lay them sticky part that goes to the acrylic down. In other words, let me show you. Don't lay this like this on your surface where the stamp is sticking up, because anything that picks up back here makes it less sticky. Okay, so stick it onto your block and then use it that way. Let's go back and use this hybrid again. I believe use what you got. You would be surprised. I don't buy, you think I do. These tools I have that you guys see most of the time are investment pieces. My favorite tools are things I have invested in that were not really expensive, but they help me with what I do. But if you don't have it, I cannot tell y'all the tools that I have used that I've made up over time. Just made up. Look at that. By his wounds we are healed. That's pretty, huh? That was a quick card. Like if I needed to run out the door, boom, done. If I was headed somewhere and needed to take a card, this fits in a 6x6 envelope. You can make a 6x6 envelope. If you don't have an envelope maker and you have this little guy right here, this makes an easy envelope. The back is perfect for envelopes. So if you don't have what you need, make what you need. There's also videos out there showing you how to make your own envelopes. So check those out too. All right, let me bring this back over and show you. So that's the sneak peek. That shows you what's on the way to you now is this set, which I love. Love this set. Add, somebody asked about what about glimmer. Add all you want. Like this is where you do your thing. You know, if you're a glimmer person, if you're a glitter person, if you're a sparkle fan, whatever you want to add. And let the paper do the work. I love doing that. I have a Christmas series where almost everything I did was let the paper do the work, and I love those cards because to me, that's laid out perfect, right? What'd that say? I never thought about that. I will never put a stamp on anything than a block or my Misty again. Yeah, never, ever, ever lay them down. Because all it does is pick up anything. And you think my surface is clean, you'd be surprised. Don't lay them down where they can stick up. Just stick them to your block or to the acrylic or to the acetate where they should live. All right, because this is a live stream, any questions before I go with this? That was a quick card we did. Would you get it? No. If you sign up, someone asked if you would get this set if you signed up today. This one has already shipped. So this one has already been processed and shipped out. But you can order this one. If you sign up today, you can get your free shipping code and order this set with no shipping and still pay $12.99 for it instead of $11.99. But if you sign up today, your first set will be next month. Cassandra's asking what's my favorite color. I have multiple favorite colors, so I don't really have a favorite. I love black, red, and white as a combo, and I love orange. I just have lots of favorite colors. I've never been a person who can, I'm trying to think, have I ever had one specific, I don't remember ever having one specific favorite color, ever. I've always been somebody who likes multiple colors. There's probably something about that. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that little sneak peek. And I think this set's going to be useful for lots of occasions. Lots of it. I'm looking forward to my getaway. We have no Wi-Fi there. We do have cell service, they tell us, but we have no Wi-Fi where I'm going, so I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun. We just, you know, every now and then you need to just take a mental health break, and I think we're going to do that. Not that we're, no reason, just I want to go do something, right? So, please do a close-up of this set. Someone asked for me to do a close-up. There we go. That's pretty dang close. Yeah, the rainbow. Somebody said that. She asked her daughter and what her favorite color is. She says the rainbow. Oh, that's cute. Oh, sorry, my hand's slipping. I don't know how much it would cost to ship to Canada. Let me tell you, we do ship all over the world, but we use carrier calculated shipping. So it's based on the weight of what you purchase and actually your zip code. You have to put that information in. And that's the way we get you the least expensive shipping we possibly can. But you can see your shipping before you check out. So if you just want to know, you can check it out and see. Now, I will see you guys tomorrow at noon. I have a video for you guys tomorrow. Pre-filming Sundays. And, oh, that's cool. I like it. I'm pre-filming, not Sunday. Sunday and Saturday's video will be pre-filmed. So you'll still get your videos. I'm just going to be away on a little vacation. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you need anything from the store, the store will be open. Everybody will be here Friday, all the way through Friday. So if you need anything, we're at the MaymayMadeIt.com. You can get us at the info@MaymayMadeIt.com. We have a phone number that's on our website if you need to get us there too. All right, guys. Love you very much. I hope you have a great afternoon, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.